What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a new episode of the Prelude. As y'all can see, I'm here solo dolo right now. My co-host Jamar 84 isn't here with me tonight. However, he will be here in spirit. He'll be here in the comment section somewhere, somehow, moderating the chat, making sure y'all don't get out of hand, I must say. But he will be here. Now, as you guys already know, tonight is a very special night for myself and the person that's up here, okay? Now, she is a Can native like myself, okay? And you guys know her from the hit series on the OWN network called BelleCollective. Without any further ado, I want to introduce you guys to Latrice Rogers, okay? So let's bring her into the building right now.
Hi, Scotty.
What's going on?
Nothing. Sorry that I'm late. Listen,
Oh, no, you good, you good. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes it's okay. You know what I'm saying?
you
So,
know how we do. Cool.
right. But anyways, before we get into anything, how you feeling tonight? You ready for this? I hope you ain't too nervous.
Wait, honey, we're fam. So what am I nervous about? We're
No,
fam.
I'm just
We
joking though.
got.
I'm just letting you know that I'm gonna ask all the questions that the people want to know. Number one, there's questions that I got. There's questions that other bloggers had as well that I got.
Oh,
And I'm
child.
not gonna tell you which questions they are, but they're not bad questions. You know, it
Okay.
is what it is.
Long
You
as they're not
know,
too bad or too deep, I'm
no,
ready.
no, 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 no. But you do have the option whether you want to answer a question or not. It's really up to you. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So before we get into anything, let's talk about your background. Let's let the people know where you're from. You know what your background is, where you come from. Let the people know about all of that.
Oh my God. So I'm from Exit 119. For all of you guys who don't know this, Ken, Mississippi. Me and Scotty are from the same hometown, went to the same high school, which is Ken High School. What can I say about my town? I mean, absolutely amazing. Like great people, Scotty, we all get it from the mud. And we have a background. We both have a background, and great. We're just honored to be here. Like in the on the platforms that we're on now. Like coming from the town that we come from, we didn't think that it was possible. And to be
Exactly.
here, having people to look up to us or saying, "Hey, I can be that, or I can be him," that's. I mean, it's well worth it.
Well, another thing that I want to add to that is that coming from where we from, people really don't see it for us in a sense like where we're from, people always talk down on where we come from. A lot. We heard a lot of stuff, and like whenever we say we're from Kent or we're from Exit 119, it's y'all crazy, y'all this, y'all that, and it may be a little bit true. It ain't that bad. It may be a little bit true. But still and all, we do have talented people here. We do have a lot of potential here. It is just putting the light on it. You know what I mean? So, and I will say that I want to say that you are probably one of the first to probably put us on the map on a national level. To be honest, I think that you deserve all the kudos for that.
Thank you, Scotty. I didn't look at it like that. I mean, because we do have some great people that come from Ken. Like we got Boo Rob Vandy,
Right.
few people.
Yeah, we do. I mean, that's not to take away nothing from nobody else. But what I mean is, like, you on a national
I get
standpoint. You know
I
what I'm saying? So it's good to see people that came from the same area that we came from actually be seen. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't where you at now. I'm almost there, but I ain't there yet. But I'm gonna get there. You know
yes.
what I'm saying? So, for the next thing, so what got you into the hair market? How did that start? Because I know for as long as I've been around you, you've been all about the hair and everything else. So, what got you into the hair market? What inspired you to go into the hair market?
So Scotty, you already know, like I've always been fascinated with hair. If you see me, the first thing you're gonna ask is, "Oh, girl, where you get your hair from?" Like even when virgin hair wasn't popular, like I was slanging hair. I mean, I was giving it to the girls. But of course, graduated from Jackson State University, and having a degree and not being able to see my money. Like, people tell me, hey, you graduate from college, you're supposed to be making money, and I'm working at Office Depot, and I'm like, where's my money? I got a whole degree. So, that was one of those things, and it started off as a hobby, and it just grew into something bigger. Like, Scotty, I hope I'm not echoing. Am I echoing?
You're not echoing, but it's like the echo in your house. That's it. But you don't sound bad.
Okay, because I can get my earpieces if need be.
No, you good. Well, as a matter of fact, let me ask the chat. People in the chat, is her sound okay, or does she need her earphones? Just put it in the chat. Yes for the earphones, no for the earphones.
Yeah. Scotty, did you get your wine today?
I actually did. I had forgotten all of. I had actually forgotten all about it. I went to the liquor store around the block like 2 hours ago and picked it up. So you know.
Mm-hmm. You got that barefoot.
Listen, I had to get something quick because I had forgot for a second. I think it's a couple of yeses and a couple of nos, but someone said we can try with the earphones just to see how it'll work. Just try your earphones for a second and see how
Okay.
it turns
I
out.
was going to tell him to bring it to the child. Because I don't want to get up. He might be in a very next room. I should call them. They might. Babe, can you bring me some earbuds? The things you put in your ear. Just bring me some earbuds. Yeah, you plug them in the phone. Right.
well,
You
well,
family, I can do all of this.
yeah, you can, but I want to say this too before we get into anything else, like about the hair thing. Let me tell y'all a little story, right? So, like I remember back in the days when she was going to Jackson State, and me and Reggie would bring me up to the Palisades because that's where they was all staying at. They was in Palisades, and they would do hair right there in the Palisades all the time. So at that point, I should have known then that you was gonna be into some hair stuff at that point, because that's all y'all used to do is do like make sure y'all do them wigs, do them all that. Used to have y'all whole little crew that was in the Palisades. Everybody hair was laid. Everybody.
Hair
That's
and
the
makeup.
that's the thing.
Like, we had them kitchen, them kitchen dudes, honey, but it made
It
it.
didn't look like no kitchen dudes though. That's the thing. It didn't look like no kitchen dudes. Like period. So I should have known then that okay, this girl gonna get into some hair. I'll never forget it. So since we're on this, I'll never forget like when you first came out with the line and you started putting them like in the vending machines. I remember when it got on the news, and I'm like, get like how did she even come up with that stuff? Because I never would have thought about nothing like that. So how did you come up with the idea to put your hair in like vending machines? Because I
Um,
know you can sell them outside out of the trunk of your car at first. So what made you go into the whole vending machine thing?
I mean, just the convenience of it all. Like, I always wanted to have like just A1 customer service. As Black people, we tend to critique each other a little harder than the next person. So
You
when
do.
people come to me, I want them to be like, hey, she's like the Walmart or the Target. You're not going to say she's another Black owned business, with a Black attitude, which I think, is so stereotypical. And, I've been to so many great Black owned businesses, but they're just what we do to each other. And, I was answering my phone like 2 o'clock in the morning when people called me because I didn't want bad customer service. And, it just got overwhelming. And we had to come up with something like, what can we do? And, with North Park Mall, like they open as early as 5 o'clock a.m. because people go in there to jog. And I have people like my highest customers come in between 5 and 6 o'clock a.m. I don't open until, 9, 10 o'clock.
Right.
It just kind of worked out. And, it it's a snowball effect because that vending machine, I can fill it up Monday, and by Friday it's empty.
Well, I
So,
can say this. I can say this like starting something up like that can be overwhelming.
mm-hmm.
Like me starting what well, I've been doing this for 10 years now, but like doing the show that I'm doing right now and going into other things like with my partner Jamar, he's somewhere in the chat right now. But we've been doing this show for almost a year now, and the fact that we were able to do interviews with these with
Hey,
you
you
know
want
with those
to hey.
with those people from the web series and things of that nature, and just being able to get interviews from different people, it becomes overwhelming because we wasn't used to getting interviews every single week. But now we're getting multiple interviews every damn week now, and it's kind of like, okay, let me slow down, let me get like a calendar so I can put everything in there so we can get it together. So I totally understand that. Like when you got something going and you got something that's beneficial to you, that's gonna put some money in your pocket, you know what I'm saying, and not make you have to clock into nobody else's job. It is a rough start. Trust me.
Yeah.
I know.
Scotty, you're doing your thing. I'm so proud of you. Like, so proud of you.
Oh, listen now. You know I don't like for nobody to give me a bunch of props and stuff. I try to be as humble as possible, but but I do. I appreciate it though. I've been at this for a while now, so now I'm really trying to put it on up in there. So I'm getting there. Your producer been watching, so I know I'm going somewhere.
I love Carlos. Shout out to Carlos King. Like, he believed in me. He saw something in me that I didn't even see in myself. So, kudos to Carlos. He's so brilliant. Like, I love that man.
Yeah, he is. Like I already knew that once I saw that he was behind this show, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be the juice right here.
Yeah, that baby makes magic.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Okay, she got the earphones in now, y'all. So can y'all hear her better? Just say something just to see.
Can y'all hear me better?
Oh, that's much better right there. That's
Okay,
much better right there.
perfect,
Okay.
perfect.
Okay, so of course we're about to get into the show.
Oh, child.
So,
Let me.
first of all, since you've been on the show, how has life been since you've been on the Bell Collective? How has life been for you? Has it changed a little bit? Is it still the same? Like, how has it been
I,
since you've been on the show?
I mean, I try to keep my level of normal. Because one thing about it, since it's COVID, I just work and go home, so I really don't see a lot of people. But I have so many people like coming from different states, just coming in my store. Like, I'm never there, but I'm actually gonna do like a day where I'm there, where anybody that want to meet me can come in, and I service you however you want to do it, take pictures, whatever. I'm just here for you. But it's been overwhelming, like the emails, and the fans are just great. Like, I
Yeah,
can't complain. Of
I
course
would.
you have your negative, you have the negative part of it, but the positive outweighs the negative. So, you know.
Well, I would say, because I am a blogger and because I do look at tweets and look at everything and all that other stuff, I would say that out of all of the girls on the show, I think that the people really take to you and Antoinette the most. I
That's my
think
girl.
I see that a lot. Like a lot of people like you guys the most. So,
Hmm.
and I'm like, of course y'all like her. I do. Y'all should. I've known her what's much longer than y'all have. So,
You know the real. You know the real.
I've been around her. I've hung out with this girl. I done took pictures with this girl. And when I say stuff like that, people don't like, when you see somebody on TV and you say you know them, they want to act like you're lying and stuff like that. You ain't got to lie about nothing like that now. I don't lie about
Nah.
things I know.
Me and
So,
Scotty has hung together like we grew up together. So,
pretty much. So,
yeah. It's family. It's family over here.
So, in addition to how life has been since you've been on Bill Collective, how has your family and friends responded to you and Cliff being on the show?
Well, Scotty, one thing you know about my family is 10 toes behind whatever I do. I can, jump off a building. They gonna be like, yeah, girl, jump off that building. So they with me with whatever. So they've been real supportive. Love it. They just happy to see me on TV. Like, girl, you came from here and now you're here. Like, I never would have imagined. So it's
I
all
can only
love.
imagine. I can
Yeah.
only imagine because when I watch you on TV, I'm like, Parkin is really on TV.
I say that to myself too because I'm super private. Like I've always been this private person. You know, if you don't know me, then you didn't know me. Like, you know, like a lot of people think I'm bougie and, you know, I don't know why I come off to certain
You
people that
not?
way.
You not?
I'm not, I'm not bougie. I'm poised, not bougie.
Okay, I'll let you have that one.
Thank you.
I'll let you have that one. How about the support of Exit 119 then? Because a lot of them is in here.
Oh,
A
what's up,
lot of them
Exit
are.
119?
A lot of them are in here now.
Yes, come on, people. Exit 119. You know one thing about it, they are behind anybody that's from Exit 119 who's doing something. You know, we just supportive as a whole. Like, if you're from Exit 119, you get that love. You know, nobody else can get that pass, but they show so much love, and I'm appreciative of them. I love my people. Um, which is why, of course, I'm here with you because, you know, like I said, I show love to the home team.
I
That's
would
what I
say
know.
I would say that when you like when I first announced it, like when I first put it out there that we were doing the interview, they were all like sharing it like crazy. Like I ain't never seen
Yes.
them share my stuff like that before in my life, but it's like everybody was sharing it, everybody was excited about it because it's two people from Exit 119 that's really
Together.
yeah,
Yes.
together and doing something really positive and doing something really good and really trying to, well, you already there, but you got somebody that's already doing their thing and somebody that's, climbing up the ladder. You know what I mean? It's good to know that, we are one of the people, some of the people that's here that's, going to another level. So that's always a great thing.
Yeah. And the home team is always supportive. So shout out to Exit 119 once again. I'm going to
Yes,
scream it. I'm going to scream that
yes.
forever.
Exit 119 is this little, but still in all. So, how did the opportunity to be on Bill Collective come to you? Like, how did that even happen?
Honestly, I don't know, Scotty. You know me. Like I was always behind the scenes. Like you knew my business. You didn't quite know my face. And you know, I was getting people messaging me on Facebook like, hey, you know, we want you to do this show, you know, all of this. And you know, when people message you on Facebook or whatever, you just kind of look at it like, okay, you know, I think everything is a scam. So I don't take heed to anything. And you know, I guess they contact one of my friends and she contacted me and she was like, hey girl, this real. I think you'll be really good for it. Like give it a chance. And it just kind of went that way. Like, you know, ever since then, it's been honey, it's been on. It's been on, literally.
Yeah, because I was like, okay. I remember when I first saw as a matter of fact, I think that was Sammy, my best friend, your classmate, Sammy,
Sammy Harris.
that told me that you were going to be on the show. And I'm like, what show? Because I had no idea that it was doing the show here. I had no idea. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so even this. So when I seen the little thing with all of you guys like flipping your hair around and moving around all that other stuff, I'm like,
He's
okay,
like,
so
it's real.
I'm like, okay, it's really real. Okay, so I knew that from the beginning. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make sure that the people see this stuff. I went to multiple different YouTube reviewers that I knew, and I told them, make sure y'all watch the show. I put it everywhere so everybody could see it because I want.
You knew what to do. We look out for each other, like
Yeah, and everybody was like, listen now, if we don't like her, we're gonna say we don't like her. And I'm like, look, I ain't worried about y'all saying y'all ain't gonna like her now.
and you
I
know
ain't even
what?
worried about
When you
that.
told me that you had did that and you gave me the bloggers, I went and looked at all of the bloggers and I was like, okay. Uh, yeah, they definitely do give their honest opinion, which is why I had to stop watching, you know, the bloggers because I'm like, no, I'll be literally depressed and drinking myself to death, you know, reading reviews and looking at bloggers. So I just can't do it, you know, because everybody has their own opinion and a opinion doesn't dictate your life. So, you just can't let that affect you. I just have to go on and, honey, try to stay where the.
Exactly. Trust me, I know what you mean because the comments I get sometimes, like,
Yes. Yes, it was definitely a lot. When we first started, like I was curious, as to what people were thinking and what people were saying, but a lot of it is just what it is,
yeah, like
opinions.
it's okay to be curious about it because I know that I have looked myself up to see what people say about me, and a lot of it is positive, but some of that stuff people be saying, it be like, okay, you know what? Let me not look for it because now I want to.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
let me
just
not let me not look for it. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
So now we're really gonna get into the show now.
Oh, okay. Let me get my little drink together.
Gotta really get into it now. So I'm gonna be professional. I ain't,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say what I normally say in my reviews. I'm gonna be professional. This is an interview.
Oh no, this me and you. You can
Uh,
say let however you do it.
so did you and Marie know each other prior to this show? And if you did, what's the real beef between y'all? Because when we first saw the first episode, she was gunning for you before you even stepped on the scene. So what's the history between y'all two?
Okay, so the
Marie,
the
as I
thing,
affectionately call Missy Elliott, Marie.
Missy Elliott. Oh my God, you hilarious. So the thing is, I had never seen Marie a day in my life. I didn't know her. That was our first interaction with each other. I mean, of course, when she came in, her outfit was so, it was just so out of the box. And, I know a lot of people, she was saying like, hey, they were talking about me, and it wasn't that at all. We was literally having a conversation, me, Antoinette, and the other lady that was there, maybe about some baby stuff, or I don't know. It was something, but only thing I can think of is, the cameras are here and these women are here and she's coming at me about hair. And Scotty, these are potential customers. So, girl, no, don't try to tarnish my business like that. Like, I didn't know where it came from at all because I don't know this lady. Like, I had never seen her a day in my life. So
So
it was kind of awkward. And you know me, I don't like confrontation, and I wasn't gonna sit there and turn up with you. I wasn't gonna bring Exit 119 out. So I did it in the most classiest way possible. Like, honey, just bring me the receipts.
they must not
Simple.
know your cousins.
Huh?
They must not know your cousins.
They don't. Listen, I try to keep that side. I've evolved, so you have to leave certain things where it's at.
Cause listen, I know a couple of that would have.
Yeah, definitely. Look, we know, Scott. We know.
So I'm still stuck on the fact that so y'all really did not know each other at all before the show.
Mm-mm.
Like y'all didn't know each other. Period. Before the show.
Listen, Scotty, you know how we go and Ken. I swear to God, I did not know her. Had never seen her. Even after we left, I didn't even know her name. Latisha actually called me afterwards, and she was like, "That was my friend Marie," and it was a whole conversation between me and Tisha about the situation because she didn't expect the situation to go like that. Um, but other than that, I didn't know her, and that's
Oh,
the honest truth.
that is crazy.
Hmm.
So speaking, since you brought up Latisha, speaking of her, has your relationship with her been affected due to her close knit relationship with Marie? Has it affected that?
Because of Tisha's loyalty to Marie, you're gonna always be hesitant when somebody's gunning for you, and then they have a friend that's potentially trying to be friends with you, or you guys are conversing in some type of way. I did have a few reservations because I couldn't open up. Tisha, like she's a good person. She has a great spirit about herself.
I can
And
tell.
she's the type of person that you can definitely open up to, but I was so hesitant because it's like, your team, that's your friend over there. And I completely understand. You need to be team your friend. If that's what you do, that's what you do. So it kind of did hinder our relationship a little. We couldn't go as far as we needed to go because of that. But she's a great person overall.
So you knew Latisha before the show.
I knew Latisha like in passing. The only
Okay.
person that I actually knew was Antoinette. Antoinette and Tambra, of course. Other than that, I knew Latisha in passing. She, like I said, she always, when I always saw her, she has a great spirit. She's always happy, and it was just that, like, cordial. So
Okay, so how did you know Antoinette? Since you said you already knew her before the show, like how did you guys know each other before the show?
So I met her through a mutual friend, my actual stylist Ken. I met Antoinette through him, and we kind of clicked since then. Like, she just, she's a fun girl. So me and Antoinette, we get together, we can party together, we can drink together, we can pray together. We can do all of that. So she's a good spirit as well. Like, definitely a great person. A strong, like I said, a strong spirit, fun at the same time. So she's,
Yeah.
yeah.
I could kind of tell that you guys kind of had a prior relationship prior to the show because the chemistry between you two when y'all do y'all scenes by yourselves is kind of natural to me. Like you can kind of tell when someone is comfortable with one another. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm like I said, I want to do. Does she already know her? Because sometimes when you're on these shows like this, you don't really know some of these people. Like you probably didn't seen them before, or you just never seen them at all. But with her, I'm like, okay, this seemed to be, we
Uh,
love.
Latisha is actually the link to everybody kind of knowing each other. Like I said, I didn't know Marie.
Oh, okay.
I knew Tambra. Of course, me and Antoinette, we hang. Latisha, I kind of knew her in passing, and she knows everybody. So it was kind of the link to the show.
So she's pretty much the nucleus of this whole thing.
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah, she kind of
You,
like how Mariah was on Married to Medicine or something like that. Like she brought all these women together and all this other stuff. So yeah, I get it. I get it.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we're gonna dive deep into some of the stuff that's going on the show.
Oh, that was
Some
the icebreaker, huh?
now,
That was the-
some of this stuff it may not necessarily be your situation, but I know some people do want your opinion on certain situations, so I'm gonna ask you anyway.
okay.
And you have the option to say, well, I really
Oh,
don't want
you know I know.
to. So, what is your take on the issue that's been playing out with the women in Caitlyns? Because there's been a big thing. And I know you wasn't at the brunch, the second brunch, and I'll
Oh,
blame you,
child.
with the rest of them when all that stuff happened with Kaylon and, all the other women. So watching it back, what is your take on it? Because Kaylon has gotten a little bit of backlash now. A lot of people been going at her neck. I'm one of them. They've been going at her neck.
I
But how do
know.
you feel about that situation? What's your take on it?
Okay, so first off,
Her as a person.
I'm gonna just explain Kaylin as a person. She's definitely, this little. She's the dingy white girl of the clique, of course. Certain stuff you still have to explain to her. Kaylin, she hangs with a lot of black people. I know this cliche to say, like, oh, I got black friends. You know how white people say that or whatever. But she actually does have a lot of black friends. I don't think that me particular. I don't think that Kaylon's a racist. I think in that instance she was trying to say like my grandfather is Jefferson Davis, and if I can be here with a group of black women, that just shows how far I've progressed. That was my take from it. But I get like both sides. At that moment, it wasn't the place nor the time because at the end of the day, Kaylin still doesn't understand what it feels like to be in our skin, and she'll never understand it. Like I don't care how many black functions she go to, like they're just one of the things she'll never understand. And I think she's so fixated on wanting to understand, but not necessarily, being able to understand it. I mean, I don't know if you get that or not, but like I said, I
Mhm.
get both sides in both situations. I can say it was wrong on both sides because it was a lot of stuff that, of course, that the people didn't see behind the scenes, and that provoked Marie to say a lot of things, and of course, Caitlyns to say a lot of things, and that's why I say both of them were in the wrong, if I can
Yeah.
say that, without
So
saying
how
so
did
much.
you? Did you know Caitlyn before the show as well? Due to your relationship with Antoinette, did you know her before the show, or did you meet her upon being on the show?
So with Caitlyn, I knew her a little before the show.
Mm-hmm.
She, like her fiance and my husband, like they click and they get along real well. So it's kind of like one of those things. We go out to eat together. We do a few things together, which is why, I still say Caitlyn is not racist. She just, she's ignorant when it comes to the situation.
Okay, okay, I can respect that answer. Like, me personally, because I've spoken on this quite a few times on my reviews, I don't necessarily think she's racist either, but I do think that she's ignorant to certain things, and
Yeah,
there's
she's
just certain
definitely ignorant to a
situations
lot.
that, yeah, a lot. Okay, a
Definitely a
lot.
lot.
But there's certain situations that she would never understand, and I
Yeah.
just think
Mm-mm.
that she just may need to just sit there and eat her food on certain situations that involves us as black people, because she would never get it because she's never
Mm-hmm.
been in our shoes. She doesn't have to deal with the things that we deal with
No.
in personal lives, professional lives. They have the privilege that we don't have, so
Mm-hmm.
she'll never understand.
Yeah.
And her proclaiming that thing about her grandfather being who he was, that did not help her at all
It
either.
didn't.
She could have just kept that to herself. Honestly, I would have been fine without knowing that.
Yeah, and I sit and I tell Kaylin a lot of times, like, girl, you'll never understand this. Like, because this person is black, they're gonna get this type of treatment. And she doesn't understand because the only thing she sees is, I don't know, maybe she's been sheltered. I'm pretty sure she's probably had that conversation in her family, like being a Caucasian, you can't help but to have somebody in your family to be like, I don't like these niggas, or, I don't want you dating,
I'm pretty
but,
sure. I'm pretty sure.
but I think that she tried to put, just, just put a cover, just put a cover up, like, I don't want to entertain this situation. Like, I have black friends and I don't necessarily, it may be uncomfortable for her. I don't know. Like, I just
Right,
don't know.
it may be, which is probably why she just don't need to say
Say
nothing.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
it's in
talks
her
a
best
lot.
interest.
She talks a lot, and I always have to tell her, girl, listen. One thing about a boss listen more than they talk. So you need
Right.
to listen and learn.
Oh Jesus. And not only is Kaylin getting a little bit of backlash, but Antoinette is also getting some too.
Uh,
Now, what are your thoughts on that? Being that you're someone that knows her personally outside of the show, because like, I will say that just looking at comments, looking at other reviewers' reviews and stuff like that, people have this thing with her in regards to the color. She married a white man, all this other stuff. So, especially with the Kaylon thing, people feel like she doesn't check her enough. Now, you being her friend and you knowing her outside of the show, what is your take on that? Because there may be some things we don't see on the show. So, you being in the background, what's your take on that?
Listen, Antoinette, I think she definitely, like, I know when we're together, we definitely have those conversations with Kay. Um, she's her own person, and she's still, she's gonna do what she wants to do, and she's gonna say what she wants to say. Like, there's something that you can't control about people. You got the freedom to say and do as you please. But these conversations are definitely had. Like, she's checked at any given moment. I'd be like, girl, you need to sit down with that white girl shit. Like, that's me. This is my this is me. Okay, girl, sit down with that white girl shit. Ain't nobody got time, you know. But
Most definitely.
for the most part, she's her own person. And I know that conversations are definitely had. So
Okay, that's a fair answer. Okay. So we're gonna get a little bit into your stuff that's been on the show. Okay.
are we gonna go through all the episodes?
No, no, not all of them. I just have a couple of questions that's mixed in from myself, from other bloggers, and everything else. So I'm telling you, I'm just asking the questions that the people want to
Look.
know.
Okay.
Okay.
What do the
So
people want to know, honey?
so the people. So you brought your brother on the show, and you guys talked about the small little disconnect that you guys had, and a lot of it had to do with the woman that was in his life. So this was one of the questions. It wasn't necessarily my question. It was a question from one of the bloggers. However, how is your relationship with Belinda today? Is it still the same way it was when you were doing the scene with him about it, or has it changed a little bit, or has the show helped it out?
Belinda, she's a sweet lady. I mean, she's my sister-in-law, so she's my sister-in-law. I love her to death. We had a conversation, and we just worked through a lot of things, and it worked out for the better. Like, if you're going to be part of the family, like, we can't be at odds with each other. Like, we have to see each other, so let's just all get
Right.
along. It was no specific reason, as to why we weren't communicating. It was just kind of, you know I just felt like it was a lot of things that that was going on in the situation that I kind of wanted to protect my brother from. And,
Hmm.
he's a grown man. So, hey, have at it. And this is your wife. So I love her just as much as you love her.
Okay. Okay. Good. So how has your relationship with your brother gotten since the show? Has it gotten better, or y'all? Well, brothers and sisters, they.
As
Yeah,
family, you fight and you make up. Like, we're good.
that's
He's
good.
coming over this weekend. We're having a barbecue, and we just gonna do family things, take shots, play Uno.
Okay. Now we've been to talk about Zeddy. Everybody get crazy when you say that Zeddy stuff. So we've
Oh
been
my
talking about
god.
Zeddy right quick. Now, how do you feel about the opinions of Zeddy? Because he gets it like 50-50. Like, he funny, but then some people look at him like he could be an asshole sometimes. So what's your thought on that?
With him, what you see is what you get. Like, at the end of the day, he's my husband, and I know how he treats me. At the end of the day, I'm his queen. My husband loves me more than he loves himself. You know, it's nothing that I can't come to my husband and tell him to do that he wouldn't. Like, he's my backbone. And
Hmm.
you can't ask for a better spouse than my husband. Like, I've dated, and I haven't dated a lot, but compared to the other guys that I've dated, like, he's the marrying type. And regardless of how anybody sees him, I know how I see him through my eyes. And, he's my king in my eyes. And, that's how I'm gonna treat him. Like I said, he's he's just that guy to me,
Okay,
basically.
so speaking about Zadie, what was it about him that made you be like, okay, I'm gonna give this dude a chance, he gonna be my husband and stuff. Like, what was it about him? I always ask these questions when people like are on my show, well, on me and Jamar's show, 'cause this is me and Jamar's show, even though you might
Mm,
hear. But and
mm,
I always ask these questions because I'm nosy, and I'm
pretty
curious.
much.
I'm curious to know. This is why this is the best field for me, because I like this type of shit. So, I just want to know, like, how was that? What was that like when you first met him, and what made you want to be with him? You know what I mean?
Um, I've always liked older guys. Like, I'm advanced when it comes to, my age. And a guy my age, I run slap over them. And it's nothing that you can teach me. Like my husband, he's always like, versus giving me money, like, I tell everybody he didn't invest in anything that I've done besides the new hair care line products that we have coming out, which, of
Mm-hmm.
course I didn't need that investment, but this is something that I want to do for us together. But he didn't give me money. He gave me knowledge. He taught me how to build credit. He taught me how to invest in real estate, just so much. So, a lot of my success, I can thank him for giving me that knowledge to be able to be in a position that I am now. You know, I'm
But
good.
you know what? I need to take some lessons from you because all the dudes I date are younger than me, and
Mm-mm.
it may be time out for that. Being that I'm 32
It's
years
time out for
old,
them childish games, honey. You need to
being
get you
that
a,
I'm
a
32 years old and I'm still out here dating people that's 25 and 26 and 27 and probably 24, 23.
honey, they
You
can
know
give
what
you
I'm
a good
saying?
time. They a
That's all
memory.
they can help.
They
That's all
can give you a memory.
that's it. Because, but see, that's the thing. Like, I be sitting up here dating these young guys and I be wondering why they ain't acting right. I know why. Because I wasn't
Uh-huh.
born
Them
right
some
when I was
babies. You have to raise them. You have to raise
20.
them babies.
I'm done with raising a man. K Michelle already told me I can't raise a man. So
You
I'm
cannot.
done with raising a man.
You
Buying them feet,
cannot.
being sugar
Hmm.
daddy, all that stuff gotta do.
You have to find somebody that's equally yoked. If you can't teach me anything, I can't do anything with you.
Yeah, like you just said, like your husband taught you how to build credit and all that stuff. I can't. I ain't never had no man to teach me that. I gotta teach.
Look, your credit score better not be in the fives.
Let me tell you something. My credit score, I'm able to buy a house with my credit scores just but
Oh,
people. So I ain't worried about that.
yes.
So I ain't worried about
So
that.
buying houses, honey.
I can now. I can now. How does Cliff like being on the show? Because it seems to me like he like to be there because he pops up every segment. So how does he love being? How does he like being on the show? Because I can't say that he is like a comic relief to the show. Like he does bring us funny moments sometimes, even though when he can be an asshole to us, he is still kind of funny. Like he kind of remind. Oh God, he kind of reminds me of. He kind of reminds me of a more funnier Peter from the Housewives of Atlanta. He kind of reminds me of a funnier Peter. And the only reason I say
Oh,
Pete is
do not,
the
not Peter.
Peter is because Peter didn't mind like going to sitting at the table with the women and giving his opinion. Like Cliff don't mind sitting at the table
he
giving his
he be in the business, honey.
opinion. But how does he like being on the show?
First he was like, it took a lot of convincing to get him to do the show because, like me, he's even more private. Like he doesn't like people in his life, in my life. He's so protective when it comes to everything, about what we have going on. But once we started shooting, he warmed up, and he actually enjoys being on the show now. Like
I can tell
he does
you.
enjoy it.
He gonna he gonna make sure he in that camera. I don't blame him though. If I'll be in the camera too. And you know what's really funny though? Like not only is it funny watching you on the show, but when the first episode came out and I saw like Joshy Lee up in there, I'm like,
Josh, Josh is the makeup artist that was on the first episode in my salon. He's super
yeah,
funny.
oh yeah, he is. He is. I remember when he used to hang with my cousin. They used to hang together and stuff. And
Yeah.
I used to tell my cousin that I had you're gonna laugh, but I used to tell my cousin that I wanted to shoot my shot a long time ago, but
Shoot your
that's a
shot with
long time
who?
ago.
Josh.
Josh.
Oh,
But that was a long
child.
time ago.
Yes,
Long time
God.
ago.
Now,
Not
one thing, one thing I did do was anybody that's around me, I wanted to highlight them and show, the creative side. Like, Josh does makeup.
he does.
Amanda, who's from Exit 119 as well, she does my hair. Um, you know, Just
My
so many different
classmate.
people.
Is she
Yeah.
on the show? Is she on the show at all?
No, Mandy is definitely not on the. She's not on the show. I brought her in like mid season for green screen because she does bomb hair. You know,
Okay, so
so
Mandy, my
definitely,
classmate, y'all. See, that's how you know we really do know each other,
yeah.
y'all.
Pretty
Okay,
Slayer, Pretty Slayer
Pretty
on
Slayer.
Instagram.
She was also in the Palisades in them bedrooms doing that hair.
Yes, God,
She was in there, baby. I
in the
remember
trap.
now. It was a lot of y'all too. It was damn. Do I remember everybody's name? It was
It was
so
a
many of
lot.
y'all.
It
It
was
was
definitely a lot. We was
a
click
lot of
tight.
y'all.
And that's the crazy thing. Like anybody the people that you start with is not necessarily who you're gonna finish with. And I had to realize that, like, even with the show, like I had to cut so many people off because it was just, it was just so much that came with it, and people feeling super entitled, when I feel like I do so much for the next person, and it wasn't appreciated, and it was that self entitlement, and no. So
That can that can happen.
that's one thing that I hate about, that I did hate about the show, that it steered so many people away, but I guess it was for the better. It was for the best.
Sometimes that happens. It just depends. Like if people are strong enough to deal with I don't want to say what am I trying to say? I guess your elevation, I guess, when you're moving on into the
Mm,
next, I guess people have to be strong enough to be able to deal with that. So I totally understand where you're coming from with that.
yeah.
Before I move on to any other question, people in the chat, if you have any questions for Latrice, it's so weird for me calling her Latrice. Latrice, put it in the chat and I'll put it on the screen and she can answer it. So y'all go ahead and get y'all questions together. Now put it in the chat and I'll put it at the top of put it in the screen so she can see it herself and she can answer it. So being
Yes.
that you're on the show, what motivated you to come out and be vulnerable about your personal struggles? Because as a person that blogs and talk about y'all on reality TV, I always make it my business to also put up there that even though I'm ragging on everybody else on reality TV, I have a life too that's not perfect. I speak on a lot of my own issues, my childhood traumas, my fucked up relationships and fucked up men that I've dated in the past. Like I talk about all that. So and plus that makes you more relatable as a person when a person watches you on any type of platform and they see you and it resonates. So, what motivated you to come on out and just be vulnerable about your issues? Because I'm not gonna lie, when you were talking about your abandonment issues, that kind of struck a chord with me.
Hmm.
And when you talked about how you don't really show emotion as much because you feel as though it's like a weakness,
Hmm.
because I feel the same way, and people are quick to call me toxic because I don't because I don't show much emotion, but it's not because I don't want to. I just don't have it to show.
Right.
Like I can't make myself do it.
Hmm.
Like I got to be 100 about it. Like I can't make myself do it. It is what it is. So
Yeah.
what motivated you to come on out and be vulnerable about all of your issues? 'Cause that was something.
Honestly, with reality TV, like, I always thought like, oh, I would never do reality TV. It's fake, all of these things. But to me, it was so therapeutic. Like, I know even with a lot of the other women on the show, like a lot of stuff, it's real life issues, hands down. And like it was kind of like going to therapy.
Yeah.
Like my husband honestly had never seen me cry a day in my life, and I cried so much on this show. My mom and my sister was calling me like, "Look, girl, you cry on one more episode because this is not you." When we say we put up that strong front, that's what we do. But I found myself on this show, like, okay, I'm opening up, and it was actually healing. Like, I'm in
Yeah.
counseling now, which, hey, by the way, I love it. I feel so refreshed. But
That's a
it
good thing,
was,
though.
yeah, it was just one of those things. It was therapeutic. I needed to do it, just to heal from so many things that I didn't know. Like, I didn't know I had father issues, and actually until the show, and somebody, one of the producers, I think, was like, "You got daddy issues," and I'm like, I got daddy issues. That's what it is. Because everything I bring back around to my father and never having a father. And then at the end of the day, like, I found it, like, so many people DM me and tell me like, "Hey, your story motivated me, or I can resonate with your story. Like, you helped me out so much." And if I can do that for anybody, like, I feel like I've done my job. Like, it wasn't in vain to open up about my life.
Well, that's
Nobody
good.
life is perfect.
It's
So for all the
not.
perfect patties that's judging, you know, hey, give me some advice, perfect patties, because I need to be perfect like you.
Yeah, I mean, like people do judge and people do give their unwanted opinions. I do it all the time. I get paid to do it all the time.
Yeah.
But it's like I always am with I always pro
Hmm.
therapy. Just because you go to therapy, it doesn't make you crazy. It
No.
actually helps. Because when I went to therapy and when I went to a couple of sessions, it kind of helped me out
Yeah.
because I needed it. Like I was angry
Hmm.
about a lot of things and I was holding on. Let me tell you, I'm an Aquarius. I hold a lot of grudges. I will hold a grudge in a minute. Like you cross me, it gonna take forever and a day for me to forget that. Like I probably forgive you, but I'll never forget it. You just
Right.
give me one moment, I'll
It
bring it right
it
on
won't be
back
it won't
up.
be the same. And then
It won't be the same.
it's so calming actually talking to somebody who don't know you. So
Hmm.
that's what the show was for me. Like, these people didn't know me, and I could sit there and, I can vocalize so much versus what I would never tell my husband. Like, it's so much stuff that was cut out of the scenes, because keep in mind, we're filming these scenes for hours and you're only seeing like 1 minute of it. And it's just so much that I learned about myself and that he learned about me. And, we're in a better space. So,
That's good.
shout out to the show for that.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, so we have a couple of questions in the chat before we go any further because we're almost at the end because I don't want to keep you all night. So we have a couple of questions here. Here's the first one. I'm gonna put it on the screen. It's from Queen B. Does she have kids or want kids?
Okay, so I have 5 kids. They're not biologically mine, but I do have 5 kids, and I have plenty of grandkids. Um, if I may have a little Clifforella, I don't know, in a year or two. Right now, I don't want kids, but because I already have them and grandbabies, but we'll see. I may need somebody to take care of me when I'm older.
Grandmama Pumpkin.
Right.
Okay. The next one is how does she feel about Cliff leaving her at the anniversary dinner?
Oh,
I ain't gonna
listen,
lie now, cause I was mad at that one. I was
man.
mad when I saw that now.
Me and you both. I was mad as well. We didn't talk literally for a few days after that. So, that just goes to show how I felt about it. And then on top of that, he had took my watch. He get petty when when he's mad. So it was just a miscommunication. I was mad afterwards. I was mad for him leaving me. I called him every type of B word. You know how we do when we get mad, Scott. So it was a whole situation. So
Okay.
it wasn't just that sweet him leaving me there, honey. It was some smoke when I got back to the house.
So is she 32 as well? Since y'all are classmates, we're not class. She's in a class above me.
Scotty, don't reveal my age, honey. It's fine, it's fine.
You know what? You know what? Just the other day, I found my yearbook. That was the year you graduated, and I looked at your yearbook
Oh,
picture. I'm like,
baby, I
ooh.
had cut my hair because I had dyed it green. Please don't show nobody that picture. I was a whole fool. I was a fool, honey.
I'm like, ooh.
Child, you better not.
My co-host here, he has a question. He said, Latrice, when you gonna let me do your makeup? Ha ha, you're gorge.
Honey, anytime. Just let me know. Are you local? You listen, you can come and beat my face any day. I
Well,
love
let
makeup
me
and hair.
let me tell you about my friend here. Let me tell you about him now. He's originally from Detroit. He
Okay.
moved to Houston for a couple of years. He went to school at Tuskegee, I believe. I think he went to Tuskegee. And then after he moved from Houston, he moved to LA. I think he was in LA for about 2 years, and
He's
then he just moved to
nationwide,
Atlanta.
honey.
Yeah, oh yes, he is. He is. That's
So
my
yeah,
boy
you
now.
can definitely beat this face. I'll actually be in Atlanta at the end of the month. I have a few shoots or something to do up there. But if you want to, we can set something up.
Jamar, you better go follow her on Instagram right now. You better
We
go
can
follow
set
her
something up.
now. Well, at least he can play in your face because he been dying to play in mine, and I'm
Oh
not
God,
ready.
I never seen you with makeup at all.
No one has.
Right, I've never
Mm-mm.
seen it. I've never seen you dressed other than this.
Yeah, he wants to beat my face so bad. Like so many people want to see me in makeup and drag and stuff, and it ain't me. Like I'm too butch for that.
It's not you. Don't do
That
it.
ain't me. I said he
Stay
gonna have
true to
to.
yourself.
I said he gonna have to get me drunk and have me on an edible in order for him to do that. So
Oh, drunk in them edibles, honey. Oof.
he gonna have to do that in order to do it. So, but here's the next one. Does she think her and Marie will make up?
But one thing about it, I'm not a confrontational person. If you do something to me, we can be cordial. I'll never forget if me and Marie ever sit down and have that conversation, which I've tried several times and it just didn't work out that way. So right now I'm good on her. I'm not gonna say that we won't ever, be cordial because I'm not the type of person that, oh, I don't mess with them ever. I'll be cordial with
Right.
you. But it's on her.
You a Libra for real, child. Y'all will
I you
always like
I'm a Libra.
y'all will always avoid them confrontations. I know that for a fact. Cause
Yes.
Sammy is a Libra, and one time we was mad. Well, he was mad at me one time, and we finally had this conversation. He was like, "Okay with it, okay with, well, I misconstrued it. It's done." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, I'm so
He
like,
didn't want to go too
listen,
far into
I just
it.
want to enjoy my family and just have a peaceful life. And,
Yeah,
I don't need all that drama. I got too much to do. For
exactly.
one, I'm too grown. I'm too grown to be beefing. You know.
I know. I ain't got time to be beefing with you. I'm gonna block you. I ain't got time to be beefing with you. So. Next question. What was your reaction regarding Antoinette and Tambra argument last episode? Who do you think was in the wrong?
Tamara and Antoinette, I love them both. Of course, Antoinette's my girl. It was just super funny because I know both of them, and I couldn't quite take it, as serious as I should have taken it.
Uh
I really have no comment on it. I love both of those women, and it's just more so funny to me than anything.
I probably would have been laughing too because the way
Oh.
the way Antoinette was mimicking Tamara in this scene was so funny. What? I said, okay, so Antoinette got a little bit of petty in her. Okay, okay, I
Oh
might
yeah,
need to interview her next.
that's the shade queen right there, honey.
Yeah, I'm like, I might need to try
She's
to interview her
shady.
next before this season is over. I might need to try to interview her ass next because that shit was
Yeah.
funny.
Listen, you should have told me. I would have told her to come over tonight.
I
But
wasn't thinking.
yeah, you should have told me. Tambra, she's super neutral. Like Tambra, what you see is what you get. Like she's non-confrontational as well. She's
Hmm.
always wanting the women to come together. Tambra wants no smoke, no mess, no nothing. That is Tambra. She's a
All right.
sweetheart.
Do you and Marie have any more confrontations coming this season?
Ooh, I mean, you just have to watch and see. Like, certain stuff, we can't give away, but what I can say is we're definitely in a few more scenes together.
Okay.
If that tells you anything, we definitely have a few more scenes together.
Was Zaddy calling her fake for the show, or was he putting on? Or that's something he would really say for real?
um, I mean, you just have to know my husband. He jokes a lot, so that was just one of them things. He was just kind of, oh, well, you'll fit right in, he doesn't mean any harm. He know, baby, I'll choke him out 1 or 2 times and starve him to death. He can't function without me. So
Okay, well, we already talked about the kid thing, so we can move
yeah.
on to the end of the question, which is, would you ever move out of Mississippi?
I, I think, I'm so rooted in Mississippi. Like my family is here. I have so many people that's looking up to me and so many people that depend on me. So right now, what people doing in other states, I'm doing it right here in Mississippi. So now I would definitely get like a condo or something in LA or the Atlantas. But as far as moving, I have so much here, so much
You
love, so much
know,
support.
I'm going back and forth with that.
It's a personal preference.
I'm
Like,
going back and forth with that. In my mind, I feel like Atlanta is probably the best place for me to be because that's
mhm,
where me and Jamar's opportunities
right.
are. Atlanta.
Hmm.
But because I'm so close knit with all of my family and my friends, and they all here, and I don't know what my life would be like without them. So it just goes back and forth. And plus, my mama, I'm pretty sure my mama would not want me to go no damn where. She already said it. So it's it's kind of like I'm like I kind of go back and forth with that. I don't really know, but we have that in common. I don't
Yeah.
know. You know,
I
I
mean,
go back and forth with
like I said, it's a personal preference. Like it may work out for you. Like me, I have my husband and we have, we've developed so much, like as far as the land and all of the businesses. So it works for us to stay in Mississippi. But if you feel like, hey, Atlanta is a better opportunity and go. You don't have any kids. You don't have a man, of course. So
it.
by all means try. You can always come home.
Well, I won't say I don't,
You
but
have a you had a
I won't say I got one. I
baby?
I I, I talk to somebody if
Oh.
that's something, you know. I
Okay,
hope Jamar
well,
not in this damn comment section trying to be shady either, because he know exactly who it is. But
run it,
but
Jamar.
yeah,
We
nah,
need to know. The people need to know.
He does what I do. The person does what I do.
Blog.
Yeah, he does what I
Child, let me get on these blogs and figure out.
So I ain't really told nobody about that just yet because it ain't. We just talking. It ain't nothing to talk about
Hmm.
right now. You know what I'm saying? But
Yes.
what's next for Latrice, and how is the hair products line coming along?
So we actually got into a major retail store. I'm not gonna announce them yet. But it's coming along really good. Me and Zaddy, we worked through a lot of things as far as when it came to the hair care product line. But for the most part, honey, it's there. It's there. You
Okay
guys are gonna
then,
see it in a minute. So and I think
that's
the
good.
episode that's coming up is displaying some of the hair care products. So make sure you guys tune in this Friday and watch and just tell me what you think.
Is
DM
Bill
me because
Collective? Oh, no.
no.
Before you answer that question, go ahead and say what you was about to say. You said
No,
DM
I was
them.
just saying, just DM me. Tell me what you think. I don't read the comments and stuff, but if you DM me or come to my page, then I definitely pay attention to that.
Okay. Is Bell Collective gonna have a reunion?
We actually already shot the reunion. And yes, child. Listen, so after the reunion, we may have to do a part two. I think everybody's gonna be trying to hit the blogs and be like, listen, I need to tell my side of the story.
I'm all the way with it. Just
Ooh,
let me know
child.
when. I'm all the way with it now. You know I'm all. Just let me know when, and I'll
Yeah.
sit put it together. Jamar will make that flyer like he did, like he makes all the flyers. Listen, I'll be ready. Just let me know when. If
Yeah.
I have to have you and Antoinette up here at the same damn time, I will do that.
Child, the
Okay.
yeah, the reunion is a whole nother story. But for the most part, yeah, we definitely shot it. That's all I can say.
Do you think the way Missy Elliott treated you was a result of the things she had going on in her personal life? Now, those are not my words, though. That is her words. Those are not my words.
um, I listen. I don't want to speak on her too much. I personally, because we watched the show and you guys watch it, I didn't know that she had so much going on in her personal life. My heart go out to her, and I don't wish that upon anyone. It may very well have been the case where she's hurt and she needs to reflect that on someone else. But I'm not the one, honey. So you can take that somewhere else. No, I'm just kidding. Praying for her family, wishing that she's in good spirits. That's all I can say.
Okay. Does she think Ferris Street can really happen?
Um, One thing about Tisha, she's really passionate when it comes to anything that she does, and when she do it from her heart. I can't say that she's one of those people who's really not selfish, and she's for the betterment of the people. Um, you know, I think that she's working as hard as she can to make Fair Street happen, and who knows, season two or in another episode, you may see something and be like, okay, well, she did make it happen. So, just root for her, because it's actually a great idea. Like if we can all come together on Ferris Street and put black owned businesses and put them as the forefront, like, that's major.
You know what's so funny?
What?
You said my heart goes out to her. That's some shit I say when I'm being shady. Now I don't
That
know if
was
you
not
do. Now you know. That's some shit I say when I'm being shady. Like if it's somebody that I don't really like that, and somebody bring them up to me, I'll be like, well, my heart goes out to her. It really doesn't go out to them, but it's just me being
No,
shady. So
Scotty, I wish nothing bad on no one. I root for everyone and I hope everyone wins. But my heart does go out to her.
does it?
It's there. It's there.
Okay, okay. Well, your heart goes out to Missy Misdemeanor Idiot. It goes out to her, okay. Okay, I guess that's it for the question. So, if Jamar was here, this is what we normally do in our interviews. So, when we interview a person from a show, what we do is we play a little game.
Oh God.
And the game includes everybody on the cast, and you have to describe each person with one word or one sentence, and you have to be 100% honest. Don't give me these little public relation answers and these media trained answers. I want the real tea. I know everybody wants the real tea. So, shout out to giving you the real tea, my brother in blogging. Shout out to him. Um, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start with the easy ones first. The first person is Antoinette.
Antoinette. You said one word.
It can be one word, or you could just describe them in a sentence or multiples. It doesn't matter. Basically, you just saying how you feel about that person or what you think of them.
Antoinette is genuine. She's 100. I mean, to me, she's been that way. So, shout out to my girl Antoinette. I know you somewhere right now with a cocktail.
Tamra.
um, I would say Tamara's for the people. Like she's the voice. I would say Tamara's the voice.
She most definitely is.
But one thing you have to respect about Tamara, she has a distinctive voice, and
Oh, she is.
regardless if people don't like her voice or not, you have to have something that that separates you from you just can't be on radio
Oh,
with a
it
no.
separates.
Well, that voice may get her somewhere. I will say that it may get her somewhere. Now, one thing about it, when you hear a commercial, you hear Tamara's voice, you pay attention to it, Scotty. Tamara's been with us for years, and you grew up listening to her.
When I'm trying to listen to the Ricky Smiley show, I'm just. Yeah, she really sounds like that. I be trying to
She
tell y'all that in my
does.
review. She really sounds like that. If you listen to Hot 977 down here, that is
Yes.
exactly how she sounds.
And I think it may be normal to me because I'm so used to Tamara's voice being that way it doesn't bother me. It's just another voice. You just know Tamara when you hear Tamara. She has one of those voices, but it's definitely a powerful voice, and I believe her voice can definitely get her somewhere. So I don't suggest she change her voice. Just keep it that way, girl.
Even though their voice kind of left when her and Antoinette got into it, but we ain't gonna go there because this ain't none of her interviews, so we ain't gonna go there. Um, Latisha, Latisha, I think that's how you pronounce her name.
um, I would say Tisha, sweet person. Um, she just kind of indecisive when it, comes to certain things. Genuine, indecisive person, if that makes sense.
Now, before we get into the last person, I want to throw a couple of bonus people in there since they've been on the show, popping up here and there. Caitlyn.
um, Dingy white girl, but Caitlyn. She's just Caitlyn. Caitlyn. We call her Caitlyn, but it's really not Caitlyn. It's Caitlyn.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna have to say her name right now that I'm doing it. Shit, I'm gonna have to say it right now. Okay, Essie.
No lip S. You know. No, no, I'm just kidding. You know, Marie friend, child, Riri friend.
I cannot. I cannot.
No, I'm just
Okay.
kidding. I really don't know Essie. She seems like a sweet lady. She's Marie's friend. That's all I know.
Um, Melanie, cause she just followed me tonight
She
on
did.
Instagram. Yeah, she just followed me. So
Baby, that's a stallion right there, honey.
she is.
She's standing
She
about
is.
6'2", a whole stallion.
You know
uh,
what? I was looking at her on TV. I'm like, I forgot I was gay.
oh, she's fine now. Melanie is fine.
Yes,
She's
she is.
so funny. She's funny and she has shade for days.
Would she be? She would be a great cast member.
She would be. She definitely would be. Melanie was like Miss Atlanta. Yeah, she was Miss Atlanta. She was on American Idol, I think the first season. Yeah, she made it to like the finalists. I don't know. But yeah, shout out to Mel.
Okay, I never would have known that. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
meet her in person one day.
Oh yeah, she's super sweet.
She seemed real cool, real cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I called all of the bonus people. I think I called all of the bonus people. Okay, so there only leaves one person. I ain't gonna call her nickname, Marie.
um she's challenged. I mean, I don't want to listen. I honestly don't have any thoughts of this lady. I don't think about her. I don't care to think about her. You know, her situation is her situation. I just
Lord,
feel
somebody
like
somebody said Barney. Oh my God, go ahead.
definitely think she has a lot going on. You know, I listen. That what you I don't know, child. She's who she is.
Well, she ain't got nothing to say about her, so But before we close it out, what do you have going on that you want to promote to the people that's watching? Like there's because it's not just Exit 119 watching, it's also other people. Because like not to toot my own horn or nothing like
Ah,
that, but
cause you
I
big
have
shit.
people, but there are people that watch me. This and all over the place. There's people from
Yeah.
Jamaica that watch me. There's people from the UK that watch me. There's people from all over that watch me. So, what do you have going on that you may want the people to know about and have them look forward to?
Just my new hair care line essential that's dropping tomorrow. So make sure you guys, log in, support, in any type of way, whether you're sending me, congratulations or whatever. Support comes in all different forms, not just monetary. I said that word wrong, but I'm country, so it's
We
okay.
both country, yeah,
We be mixing up all type of words, honey.
we
We can
do.
make a whole country dictionary. But yeah, just look out for the launch tomorrow. I've been working on this product for a few years, and I think you guys will really like it. So, other than that, just thanks for supporting the show. Thanks for tuning in every Friday. Keep supporting. We love you guys. And I want to thank Carlos King and of course Jacoby McGee. He's the one who actually pitched the show and pitched me as a castmate. Um, Thanks to these people who saw something in me that I didn't see in myself, and I hope that my story can, resonate with someone. And I hope that you guys are getting something from it because it's not all just cattiness. Like, I know you guys are getting some out of it. Whether you want to admit it or not. But,
Yeah, it
thank
is. Like
you.
it's not just cadiness. I want to say this though before we no. I'm gonna go into this part first, then I'm gonna say my final thoughts. But what me and Jamar do when we do our interviews with people on our show, we always ask them, did you feel comfortable? How did you feel about the interview? Did you, whatever? So, how did you feel being up here on this platform and doing this interview? Like, what you think about the interview? We
Uh,
just be wanting to know what the people have to say because reputation speaks for itself.
yeah,
So,
I think that this is a great platform that you have, and I'm happy that you created it. Like, it's giving me, me a voice, and people won't have questions, and you're seeking the answers. So you're serving the people, and I appreciate you for that. Like I said, you come a long way, and I feel super comfortable first and foremost. We grew up together, so you like
right.
family. And I got my little wine, so I was good. I enjoyed this
You tried
interview.
to go in on it's not actually
The
barefoot.
barefoot.
It's not actually barefoot. It's some other stuff. Just know it's Moscato.
Oh, it's
But
Moscato. Okay.
okay, but that's good to know. I hope Jamar actually really followed your ass because he really been trying to play in somebody's face. And listen, he can
He
do. He
definitely
can do.
can.
He does that. He does that now. Like he does the drag stuff. Like he's
No,
that type of
I
guy.
don't listen. I have hard features already now. Jamar, don't make me look draggish.
Now he ain't gonna do that. Now he ain't gonna
Okay.
do that. He ain't gonna do. He ain't gonna do you like that. Now he ain't gonna do you like that. But before I close this out, I just want to say first off, thanks to everybody that's watching, all of the people that I see all the time in my chats. When me and Jamar's doing this show, when I'm doing my panel with the other people, thank you guys for watching. Also, thank you for the city of Canton, exit 119,
Yes.
that me and Latrice are from, being in the chat, really being supportive and all of that stuff. I really appreciate that. Now, before I close this out, I just want to say to you, I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity, first of all, to interview
Oh,
you because you are on a bigger platform than me. That's number one. And it's always a great thing when I get these type of opportunities. Like when I saw Carlos King comment on my post earlier this morning, I
yeah.
almost died this morning because I'm just
Oh,
like,
listen.
oh my God, like that. Honestly, I was nervous about this whole interview. You don't
Really?
understand how much shit I went through today. I left my charger at work. I forgot all about my wine. I didn't think about it till 2 hours before the interview. Like I've been nervous all day. People been texting me, "Don't be nervous. You got this. You good at this. This is for you." All of this stuff.
Yes.
So I've been nervous all day, and I
Now,
shouldn't.
how's the
I
blogger
should
gonna be nervous?
because it's like this is a big thing. Like even though it's you and I know you personally, it's just that you are on a bigger platform, you on TV every Friday, and then your producer commented on my stuff, and it's kind of like I'm just like, okay, it should not be that bad, like
No,
it
it's
should.
not. And I'm here to support you in any way possible. And Carlos, one thing about him, he's gonna watch this. He's
Oh
definitely
Lord.
10 toes behind anything that we have going on. He's a great producer, one of the greatest producers that I have ever come in contact with. So, love you, Carlos.
Well, with that being said, y'all, I want to thank you. I ain't gonna say Latrice because I don't know you as no damn Latrice.
You
I want
don't.
to,
You
I
ever
want to
call me
say
that?
thank you, Pumpkin, for coming on me and Jamar's show. Even though Jamar, do you want to come up here and say hey?
Come on, Jamar.
Let me send it to him. Let me send him the link right quick. Because the only reason why, because he never seen y'all show before, so that's the only reason why he wasn't up
What?
here.
Jamar.
That's the
Oh
only
my
reason why he
God.
ain't up here. She wants you to come up here, Jamar. Hold on, let me send him the link right quick. He'll come up. Hold on.
Yes, Scotty, but like I said, you are doing your thing with this blog. If you feel like you need to go to Atlanta, honey, go to Atlanta. I'm there all the time. There's just another bed I can sleep in without paying Airbnb or hotel fees.
he claimed he look a mess. So does that mean no? Because I already sent you the link in your
Well,
DM.
that means no. It's okay. Next time, definitely next time.
Okay, well, once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank my co-host Jamar for even being in the chat. I see. Oh wait, Jamar said he coming. Hold up, he coming.
Jamar, you better
I
throw on a cap, honey.
I see some of my friends in the chat. I see Reggie in here. I see
Hey,
Rudy in here. I see my classmate Dominique in here.
Reggie.
I think that's Chastity in here. There's a couple of people in here. I'm like, oh my god, like let me see the people up here.
Wait,
Hurry up, Jamar.
where do we watch this at? YouTube?
Yeah, it's gonna be on YouTube.
Okay.
I already like the link is already out there. Like I put the link for the YouTube link out there like earlier today, so it's already out there. All you gotta do is go to my page, and I think I
Okay.
tagged you to it on Facebook, so you will
Okay.
find it. It's out there.
Yeah.
It's
I
out
have
there.
to see it.
It's
But
out there.
other
It's a
than
couple of people
that,
in there. Like I can't. Like I was nervous really for no reason.
you really was.
Honestly,
No reason to be nervous.
Child,
there he, there he
Did
I
you
is.
would,
throw? Did you throw? Did he throw the wig?
I would,
Or is
well,
that?
this is
Oh,
my
that's.
real hair.
Damn,
Oh,
This is my real.
yeah.
She said, did I throw on a wig? Oh no,
You
baby.
you came through cute,
This
honey,
come through the
real
roof.
quick.
This come through the roof, baby. But I was here
Mm.
the whole time.
Homegrown, honey. Yes.
Oh yes, but you are gorgeous, baby. I said, okay, come through.
Thank you. And I enjoy you guys' show. Like, thank you guys for having me on. I wouldn't have missed it. Like, I love Scotty to death. He's doing something super amazing. You are too. And just, thanks for giving me a voice
Listen,
on you guys' platform.
even though he wasn't up here, it still says the prelude with Scotty and Jamar. So at the end of the day,
he was like, "Do you
he's
want to be
still
up
gonna be
there?" Like,
credited.
I don't need to be up there. You got this. This is your moment to do your thing.
Yeah. So Jamar, is there anything you want to ask me? Well, you know what? You don't watch the show, honey. So
You know what? I didn't watch the show, but I was just like, I just wanted to get a hold of that mug. So I was like, oh yes.
She said don't make her look draggish. That's what she said now.
Oh
Don't
no,
make
no,
her
no,
look
no.
draggish.
See, I have to do that because I have a beard and no feminine at all. So I have to put in a little extra work.
Yeah. Well, definitely, we can definitely link
a lash and some chapstick, and she'll look the same.
Perfect. Perfect. keep it simple and cute. I love it.
Boom.
Well, he said he followed you. He said he followed you.
Okay, well, I have to follow you back, definitely.
Oh, thank you so much, baby. I greatly appreciate it. I sure did. When I was making the flyer for this, I said, damn, this bitch going to take a picture. Okay.
I can take a picture.
Okay. I said, all right. I got plenty to choose from. Here we go.
Yes, I gave him your Instagram and to make the flyer, and I'm like, oh, he picked 2 pictures.
He did. I was like, okay, yeah. It was a cute flyer, though.
Boom! Thank you so much.
Let me tell you about how we do this show. He make the flyers. We make this. We both come together to book these people because tomorrow we got another interview tomorrow. Both of us got another interview tomorrow, so we book for the rest of the month.
Just okay, booked and busy. Yes.
You know.
Come on for the bookings.
Amen. But I was here the whole time. I watched the entire interview while I was working on my computer and listening. So I got some names of the characters that y'all talking about. I'm like, who is this person that they're talking about?
That means you need to watch it. You need to binge watch this Sunday, when you really don't have anything to do, and catch up.
Okay, so then when I come in y'all class, I'll be like, okay, so I need to know all the tea. We're gonna have to bring all of this stuff back because I got all these different questions.
Yes, definitely tune in. We come on every Friday, but just in case you don't watch tomorrow, you can always binge watch Sunday. We're on demand as well.
Okay, well, if you come back after the reunion, I'll come back on. You come back for the reunion.
Definitely. Love it.
Like I said, now, after this reunion, you and Antoinette going to have to come up here. And I think, Jamar, did you say you were going to be up here the next time she comes?
I'll be up here the next time she comes. I'll be up here the next time she comes in full beat.
Oh, yes. I need to see.
Okay. Well, you make sure you pass that bug to Antoinette. Because remember, I talked to her before on your live. Pass that bug to her. I want her on the show, both of y'all at the same time after this reunion. Because we got to get all the tea for this reunion.
Okay, child. Oof.
Yes. But with that being said, everybody, thank you guys for watching the Prelude. My co-host Jamar just popped up just to say hello because he is mesmerized by Pumpkin and all of the beauty and everything.
I was like, okay.
Shout out to Pumpkin, Exit 119 in the building. Thank you for coming up to the show. Thank you to Jamar for allowing me to have this moment. I wanted to share the moment with him, even though he didn't watch.
I would have been just standing there watching.
Right.
You didn't need me to be here. You got this.
Shout out to Melody in the chat. She said she don't even want this to end, but it got to end, child, because I gotta go to work in the morning. It got to
and I got to get out of here as well. But we can definitely do it earlier, a little earlier next time.
Yeah, we can. We can.
I have to go. I have to go rock my man to sleep. So. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, well, out here, y'all. Y'all for watching.
We probably about to go do some work for real. Get on a laptop or something. No, we're for real. We're about to get on this laptop, probably do some work and go to bed.
Okay, amen. But it was a pleasure meeting you, baby.
Nice meeting you too.
All
I know I'm
right.
about to get a phone call. So thank you guys. And thank you, Funky, for coming on. Thank everybody for watching. We out of here. Peace out.
All right. Bye.